How can you start incorporating language into your subconscious today so that you can start achieving your dreams now? This is Life Starts Now with Naveen. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for this episode. It's going to be amazing. It's something that I really believe in, and I can't wait to share this message with you. The difference between people who do achieve their dreams and those who don't boils down to two words: I can. Let's get down to it. The first step that you need to do to start living the life of your dreams is to figure out, what does the life of your dreams really look like? And how do you go about doing that? You sit down with yourself with a journal and a pen, and you start writing it out. And this can be done in several ways. You can start writing out, okay, when I wake up in the morning, what do I want? I want to wake up to fresh bed of sheets with the smell of the ocean breeze coming into my window, or I want to hear birds chirping in the forest. I want to wake up and I want to go to my sauna, or I want to start meetings with important influential figures in life, like Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey. You want to map out what you want in your life. Do you want to be a famous actress, and do you want to start working with very amazing directors like Quentin Tarantino? What is it that you want? How does your life look like? So you want to start writing all that down. So we have a direction, a point to where we're trying to go to. That's very important. When you start baking a banana bread, you always have a final product visualized in your head. You're looking at a recipe. You know that you want to land on this beautiful, delicious banana bread. And I think that sometimes in life, people are going places and they have no idea where they're going. I think most people are like that, going without a direction in their life. We have to end that now. We really want to live life with a purpose. What is your purpose? You have one life to live. What is it that you want to accomplish in that beautiful long life of yours? And go set out and do it. Do it. You can do it. Yes, you can. You can, I can. We can do it. I think when we are children, we are most oftentimes growing up and your mom and dad, I want to go outside. No, you can't. I want to go play with my friends. No, you can't. I want to be a singer. No, you can't. Well, that language has to stop now, starting with yourself. You don't live with your parents anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you are the queen and kings of your life. You are the creators of your life. So now you can decide how you live your own life. Yay! How amazing is that? So I want you to start telling yourself that I can. You can. Yes, tell yourself I can. You want to be an actress? I can. You want to be a CEO of a company? I can. You can. I believe in you. Once you figured out what you want to do with your life, we need to diagnose what is happening right now. The life that you are living right now is the life that you have manifested for yourself. Everything around you is a result of your thinking. Yes, it's your choices that you've subconsciously made to result in where you are. The place you are living in, the bed that you're sleeping in, the people you are conversing with is a result of your choices. Journaling is the best way to diagnose what is happening in your life right now. What are the thoughts that you are currently having that are manifesting the life that you currently live? So this is what I want you to do. I want you to take a journal, and I want you to wake up every single morning and write in that journal. Take a pen and write in the journal everything that you're thinking. Do not stop to reevaluate your thoughts. Just write them down continuously. Don't pick up the pen off your paper. Continue to write everything that's coming in your head. Free flow of information right in that journal. You don't have to show it to anyone. You have to read it to anyone. This is just informational purposes for yourself. Okay, and then once you're done with that, try to write at least 2 to 3 pages every single day for 1 to 2 weeks. This will give you a good understanding of what is happening in your mind that is making you manifest this kind of life that you're living. You'll be very surprised with the things that you're thinking about. And this is a great way to come to terms with who you are as a person, because these thoughts that you're thinking about are ultimately subconsciously affecting the decisions that you make in your life. So it's really important that you are aware of your thoughts, because thoughts are like energy. We human beings are made up of energy. If you look under a microscope, you can see that we're made of particles that are just moving around very fast. We're all energy. And I hate to sound all hippie, but it's the truth. We are all energy. Thoughts are also energy. And when we are having low frequency thoughts, which is the negative thoughts, those things really affect our vibrations in life. But when you have Positive thoughts, high frequency thoughts, thoughts of gratitude, love, enlightenment, and joy, those are the things that you will attract in your life. So it's very, very important to measure our thoughts and to actively change them. Now, how do we reframe our thoughts in order for us to choose different things to manifest the life that we ultimately desire? That's the name of the game, right? Is to live a life that we desire. So we have to diagnose right now what is happening. How do we do that? Well, we need to meditate. If you're already doing that, I'm so happy that you're doing that. Continue doing it. If you're new to meditation and you really want to live a different life of your dreams, this might be a method that will help you. I think you should seriously consider it. A lot of people tell me, you know what, I can't meditate. I really can't sit down for more than 1 minute without getting up or having to use the bathroom or thinking about something else. Well, then, my dear friend, you are the perfect person who needs meditation the most. Sit down in a quiet place, in a place where you cannot be interrupted. Put a timer on your phone for just 5 minutes. Close your eyes and watch what your brain does, what you're thinking about. Observe what your brain is thinking about. And let me tell you, you're going to start realizing that you have a lot of random repeated thoughts. And that's okay. We all have these thoughts. In fact, an average human being has about 70 thoughts per day. That's a lot of thinking, and most of it is actually negative. So we need to be aware of that and switch our thinking. We will get to that. Yes, you need to start meditating and to observe. You need to observe what you're doing and simply sit there, close your eyes, and listen to what your brain is saying to yourself. What this does is when you sit down and actually observe your thoughts, is it makes you better in catching yourself in the act of thinking negatively or in a way that does not get you closer to where you want to be in your life. So when you meditate, it helps you in your day-to-day be able to catch yourself thinking these thoughts when they happen. So you will be in the kitchen making your breakfast or getting ready for the day, and you're thinking, wait a minute, why am I saying that this is going to be a terrible day and that I hate my job and I hate this, and you're having all these negative feelings? You'll catch yourself in the act and you'll be able to switch it right then and there to something more positive, something that is more filled with gratitude and love for your life. Because when you have more gratitude and love, that is when life will start blessing you more and more. If you have thoughts that are negative, that is what you will attract in your life, negative experiences. But if you have positive thoughts, your experiences in life will be very, very positive. Trust me on this. This works. I know it because there is a study that Harvard did. It's a very interesting study. I want you to look it up. It's a study where they put people together in a room and they put something in the middle of the room and they recorded it. And they asked the people to look at this video, watch this video, and see how many white shirts, or to notice something specific about the video. And then at the end of the video, they ask, hey, did you notice that there was a gorilla in the video? And then you're like, wait a minute, what? Because your mind was focused on something specific, people wearing white shirts or how many white shirts that they were wearing, then you totally don't realize there's an actual person dressed as a gorilla walking around. It just goes to show what you focus your mind to is what you're going to see in life. I want you to be very, very aware of that. So that if you want to focus on success, if you wake up in the morning focused on negative things, things that are going to ultimately go wrong in your life, that's all that you're going to see in life. That's all that you're going to notice. And so you're missing out on all these opportunities of growth and learning and positivity and opportunities for a better life that are just passing you by, because there are opportunities in life. Life is filled with so many opportunities, but because we are programming ourselves to look for the negatives in our lives, we're missing out on these opportunities. And I don't want you to miss out on these opportunities. I want you to see them when they're happening and grab them by the reins in order to achieve the things that you want to achieve in your life and bring yourself closer to your dream life. Once you've journaled, once you've diagnosed what kind of thoughts you're having, and then you went to the next step of observing, which is meditating, you're going to start to fill your brain with positive thoughts by doing something called auto-suggesting. Now, auto-suggesting is just like affirmations. You write a list of affirmations down, which is basically the opposite of all the negative things that you've been thinking about, and you write the positive versions of them, and then you say them to yourself every single day. It could be multiple times a day, like once in the morning, once in the evening. If you need to, you might have to do it 3 times a day, whatever it is that works for you. And this will help reframe your brain from thinking negatively into thinking positively. There was a video recently that I saw of someone asking Sia, the singer, the amazing, fantastic singer Sia, about confidence. What is one thing that you could teach us about confidence? And she said, doing mirror work. And apparently there was a study from Harvard that had a lot of positive things to say about mirror work. And basically she said, you take those affirmations and you look into the mirror, into your eyes, and you say them to yourself every morning. And she swore by 6 months, you were a completely different person. And these things are worth trying. These things are a great way for you to reprogram yourself into being the person that you want to become. Because the person that is having a dream life, living in Paris or traveling and making a lot of money, is not the same person as who you are right now. You have to change who you are in order to become that person. And the way to do that is to reframe your thoughts from I can't to I can, and filling your brain with positive affirmations on a daily basis that will help you get closer to who you want to become and the life that you want to live and achieve. Some common things that a lot of us think about when working on auto-suggesting is, I find a lot of people, they battle things like jealousy, and what that might look like is, why does Jessica from across the street have an amazing boyfriend and have the job of her dreams, and I can't have those kinds of things? And that, my friends, is unfortunately jealousy and envy, and that is something that we want to discontinue right as soon as we can. Those kinds of emotions, jealousy, are negative emotions, and we want to not carry those emotions with us. So that's jealousy. It could be self-doubt. I can't, I'm not good enough to open a business. I'm not good enough to be a dancer or a singer. I'm not good enough. Go for that advanced position at work. I'm not good enough to start this project at work or lead this team at work. And that's just not true. You are good enough. You're more than good enough. You possess all the tools in the shed within you already. All you have to do is tell yourself, I can, and believe. Some other things I notice people struggle with is reacting instead of creating the life that they want. A lot of people are stuck on autopilot. Things happen to them and they just react immediately instead of being able to step back and understand what's happening in the situation and choose a different course, because our life is made up of choices. And when we take the time to reprogram ourselves to go to a specific point in our life, we have to make different choices. So when you're able to not react to situations in your life, but instead create situations in your life, like using your imagination to create beautiful scenarios in your life to issues and troubles that arise, trust me, you are paving the way to your dream life and to your dream person. The last thing that you need to do is to commit. You need to commit to changing your trajectory in life. And I know firsthand that life can be very strenuous and things happen to push you off course, where you aren't doing your affirmations, where you aren't journaling, where you aren't meditating and focusing. You need to focus when Instagram and YouTube and TikTok come into play and you're shifted out of focus to your dream and what you want to achieve in your life. But it's okay. It happens to all of us. It doesn't mean that you're a failure. It doesn't mean that you can't achieve anything. It just means that you fell. And all you have to do is simply get back up and keep going. No matter if it's been 1 day, 2 days, or weeks where you haven't done your meditations or been out of focus, you can simply get started and right back into it. The people who ultimately achieve what they want are those that keep getting up and keep telling themselves that I can. And I'm here to tell you that you can. You can, and I believe in you. Just tell yourself it's a very simple and easy process, and sometimes you might fall, but you're going to get back up and you're going to get back on your horse and you're going to keep going, because there's a beautiful life out there that's worth living where all of your dreams have come true and you are the happiest person that you can be. And it starts right now. If you have used any of these methods in the past and they've worked for you, which ones have worked for you the most? Please comment below. I'm so interested and curious to know which of these have worked for you. Be sure to subscribe, because I have more videos here to uplift you, to encourage you, to help you learn something new coming your way. And I don't want you to miss a single video, so go ahead and subscribe. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and we'll see you later. Now go out there and just win.